Hello guys, this is Royal69501 and welcome to my Superman 75 anniversary pet project. Well, I hope that everybody had an excellent free comic book day, an excellent weekend, and I wish everybody to have an excellent week. And just 3 more days for Comic Book Wednesday. Oh yeah. And especially this year is a special Comic Book Wednesday. At least for me it is. Well, you probably wondering or thinking what can be so special about this specific Comic Book Wednesday. Well, I'm gonna tell you. Besides being a Comic Book Wednesday, which it is, it's also my birthday. Oh yeah. So this Wednesday is my birthday and Comic Book Wednesday also. So it's gonna be awesome. It will be awesome. So this Wednesday is gonna be great. So I'm gonna be talking about my Superman anniversary pet project. Well, this is a 3-part story arc, which is this is gonna be a short video though. So, but before that, the comic I'm gonna display, well, we all know, we're going back to my limited time machine, back to the 90s, but it's not a comic book. It's a magazine related to the comic books. And it is Wizard. And this is a Superman Tribute Edition. Check this out. Check that cover. Awesome, huh? Check that out. So I'm going to open up. And also has a double fold out or fold in or double cover. Check that out. Awesome, huh? So basically this whole Wizard magazine excuse me, is dedicated to Superman, that tells you everything that you need to know about Superman from 1986 till 1990, till the day that Superman has died and resurrected and all that, and all the movies that have been made up to that time, TV series, radio shows, and all that, and all the Superman supported cast. So it's a very good magazine though. It's really good. So I'm gonna start now with this. So okay, this is the name of this 3-part story arc is called Soul Surge. Part 1 is on Superman Action Comics 656. Check this out. Awesome cover. Check that out. And the second part is Superman number 47. This is a nice cover though. Real nice, really nice. Like the colors though. Really nice. I really like the colors. And the chapter 3 is from Adventures of Superman issue 470. Sorry about the glare. It's hard for me to tell if there is any glare or not. Well, basically, this story arc basically is that Jimmy Olsen and the son of Perry White, which is called Jerry White. So Jerry White and Jimmy Olsen, they were at this nightclub called Blaze nightclub. And both of them got shot by their mom, and that's because Jerry White he used to like to hang out with the wrong crowd. So both, and Jimmy also was trying to take him out or pull him out of that lifestyle, but by Jimmy Olsen trying to get Jerry White outside of that lifestyle, well, both got shot by the mob and both ended up in the hospital. So being in the hospital, you didn't know that Perry White had a son. Well, back in the 80s, late 80s, in the beginning of the relaunch of the Superman books, was done by uh, John Byrne. He's the one actually that he recreate the whole universe of Superman. Since the day that he was born in Krypton till the day he landed in planet Earth and everything that goes up to that. I mean, it's really good. It's really good. So the thing is so when you read this Greek story, I mean, this Greek comic book, you get to learn a lot about Perry White's son. And the thing is that Perry White's son, it was not Perry White's son. Not at all. And you will never know, you will never guess who was the real Jerry White's real father is. And it's not Perry White. You will never guess who's the real father. Only the people who will know are the ones who read the comic books back in the 90s. Other than that, I don't think so that you can figure it out. Well, the father of Jerry White, the real father, is Lex Luthor. I know, you might be all shocked and awe. Well, be shocked and awe. The thing is that Lex Luthor, on his younger years, he's always been in love with Perry White's wife, which I forgot her name, at school. But she always been in love with Perry White. So the thing is that Perry White, he had to go out of the country to one of those reporters' mission that they have to go to some other country for a couple of years. Well, he left, and he left his girlfriend behind. So Lex Luthor, he took advantage of the time that he was away to try to conquest his high school sweetheart, which eventually he did. And one thing to another, and after that another goes to another thing, and that thing goes to other things. Well, the thing is that she ended up pregnant by Lex Luthor, and when Perry White came back from his reporter's mission, they got married real fast, but she was already pregnant. But Perry White, he never found out that his son, it was Lex Luthor's son, until this story. Back in the 90s, there were a lot of dramas. Oh, believe me, it was fun to read back then. So, on part one, they're on the hospital. Everybody goes to visit them, and Clark Kent go to the hospital to visit Jimmy Olsen. Actually, Jerry White. And being there, somebody just shows up out of the midair. His name is I think it's Black Rider. I think it is. Let me see if I can find the name here. Yep. No, Black Racer. Black Racer, he's like he's like an angel of death. When you die, your soul, well, the Black Racer, he's there to welcome your soul, whether you're going to heaven or to hell. He's just there to deliver you where you're supposed to go, make sure that you don't get lost. Kind of like that. I know. So, and we get to see a lot of the different characters here. We get to see Gangbuster, which is cool. And Gangbuster, he was an okay character. He's kind of like a Batman, in a way. He's just a helmet, he sees Batman like his idol. At least he's trying to learn tricks from the Batman. and use it, and he can use it on his fighting crime. So this Black Racer takes Superman and tells Superman, "I have to take you to some place because when you go there, you need to be there." So he takes Superman to the church where they got shot, because it was an old church that was knocked down, and inside that church they built this place called Blade's Nightclub, which is run by Satanus Blade, the woman that she's from hell. She's a very pain in the ass, which I think I always thought that she has kind of like a crush on Superman. I wouldn't be surprised. So, and he get transported to hell. Actually, Superman goes straight to hell. That's what it is. Superman goes to hell, and once that he's in hell, he see Jerry White and Jimmy Olsen's soul. They see those two guys' soul like stuck in some stone, because Satan's Blade reclaimed their soul. Their soul's supposed to be in hell, but the Black Racer, he cannot do anything about it, because his job is to deliver the soul where the soul is supposed to go. So that would make sure that the soul doesn't get lost halfway. So in part 2 is the big confrontation between Superman and Satanus Blade, and we get to see the backstory with Lex Luthor, Perry White, and his wife when they were young. So you have pretty good backstory here of what happened with that relationship that they have, and you also have a very good backstory on what happened with Jerry White and Jimmy Olsen on the church. Why the reason they get shot. Actually, in a way it's good, because you don't need to buy the whole packages at all. Just by reading these 3 comic books, you get a basic idea what had been happening from a long time, which is good. So Black Racer, he finds Gangbuster. He takes Gangbuster to some other place because he's supposed to kick somebody's ass, and that somebody's ass happens to be one of the leaders of this. What's the name of this group? What's the name of it? I'm sorry. What's the name of it? Intergang. Intergang used to be fun back in the 90s. Intergang was like kind of like a mob that nobody was sure to whom they were working for. Sometimes they used to work. They were kind of like friend and unfriendly with Lex Luthor. Kind of. I mean, it was kind of weird. But it was fun. It was fun. So Gangbuster go over there where the Intergang is and kicks everybody's ass. And then we got the confrontation between Lex Luthor, Perry White, and Perry's wife, and Perry White's wife. That's where Lex Luthor tell his wife, actually Perry's wife, Perry White wife, too many names. He tell, well, if you really don't know, I suggest you ask your wife. He tell Lex Luthor to Perry White. So you can imagine what will happen. And right here, you get to find out that Perry White, he always suspected about his son, that his son was not his son, for some reason. I don't know. Maybe their personality, who knows. So he was afraid to ask. He was afraid to ask to his wife, not, but he doesn't want to hurt her feelings and his son's feelings. So he never asked. But he knew that was something wrong with his son. Something tells him that he's not my son. So in chapter 3, there's a big confrontation between Superman, Satanus Blade, with Saturn Blaze goons, some kind of like a stone possess. And also he's trying to save Perry Jerry White. Not Jerry White. Jimmy Olsen. See what I mean? It's just so many names that they sound almost alike, so it's kind of hard for me sometimes. So anyway, so there's a big fight here, and this is where and then you go back to the hospital where Jerry White finally dies. He just died. And Lex Luthor happens to find out that Jerry White was his son, because without Jerry White knowing it, being at the hospital, Lex Luthor made like a DNA test, and it came out, well, 100% Lex Luthor's DNA. So that's where Lex Luthor find out that his son was Jerry White. But as soon as he found out was his son, well, his son died. So Jerry White died. Finally, Saturnus Blade to possess of his soul, because Jerry White talked to Saturnus Blade saying, okay, look, I will sacrifice myself in a way for the safety of Superman and Jimmy Olsen. So Saturnus Blade says, okay, but hey, you cannot trust the devil with nothing. So she cannot double cross him. So there's a big fight here and big fight over there. They were going back to the hospital. Everybody's crying because Jerry White died. And then we go back to hell. I mean, this is a lot of back and forth. We're going to the hospital, then you go to hell. Then from hell, back to the hospital, back and forth, back and forth. But you don't get bored at all. So there's a big fight here when finally Jerry White dies. That's the moment where Superman managed to escape with Jimmy Olsen's soul. So he ends up in the hospital. Here also we get to see the guy who came out in Earth 2, that he's all gold. What's his name? Oh, I'm gonna show you. I don't know if you can see it because it's a small frame over here. I forgot his name. This one here. And there's a lady next to him that she's dressed all in white with a white hood, which I don't know what her name is. I forgot. Anyway, this is the first time that Saturnus Blade she lost, because she always wins. But she finally lost for the first time, which eventually she doesn't like it at all. Which there's something else. In one of my previous video, when there was back then in the 90s on the comic book, there was a magazine published named Newsstand. Well, the president or the owner of that magazine happens to be her brother, Saturnus Blade's brother, which happens to be the main devil from this realm. So after that big fight, Lex Luthor goes back to his office and he gets a phone call from the hospital saying, well, your son has died. And then you see Lex Luthor with one tear just coming down through his face. A lot of drama, I'm telling you, a lot of drama, which is good. Kind of like Young and the Restless. So basically the end of the book is when we see the Black Racer receiving Jerry White's soul, and he's guiding Jerry White's soul where he's supposed to go, which happens to be heaven, because Saturnus Blade lost their fight. So believe it or not, just to be a quick issue comic book, it has a lot of content. And for me, that's a 4.5 out of 5. So you're kind of like thinking, reading some 90s comics, Superman comic book from the 90s, well, you're gonna have a ride for you're gonna have a ride you're gonna have the ride of your life. Well, the thing about the Superman back then is, well, they used to run through four titles: Superman, Action, Adventures, and Man of Steel. But those four comic books, they were combined. You have one main storyline that will run through all the four books, but each book will have a different subplot or side story. Which in a way it was good, because you don't have to wait a whole month for the next chapter or a specific Superman book. So in a way it was good. You have weekly continuous reading the main storyline. Well, it was so good like that. I wish that basically kind of like they're doing now with the Green Lantern books. That is not a crossover, but it continued the story in all the Green Lantern books. Same thing. So, and the thing about back then also is that Superman was not the main character, not at all. He was the secondary character. The only thing main character that Superman has was the title, but it was more like Friends and Superman. Because yes, Superman was in all the books, but his face or his appearance was limited, because the whole story goes around all the people that knows Superman, friends, relative, and the whole city of Metropolis and the whole DC universe. It's not like now. That's why some people say that it's hard to write Superman, because you cannot write a whole story arc based exclusively on Superman, not like the Batman books. You can do that on Batman. But on Superman it's hard, because Superman being such a powerful, well, he's the most powerful superhero on the DC universe. So back then in the 90s, it was Superman and the Pals, kind of. But it was a good story. That Satanus Blaze, Soul Search, it was a good story. Like I say, it's a 4 out of 5. So you're thinking, reading, you wanna read comic book from the 90s? Well, start from 1986. Yeah, start from that year. And they are not expensive at all. I don't think so. I guess you can find it cheap, I guess. And like I said, it's a good story. It's really good. And back then, like I said before, and when I will say it again, it has a lot of drama. But the drama that you don't get bored at all. You don't get bored at all. At least in my case, I didn't. Until in the late 90s, beginning year 2000, that's when the Superman got done, and that was the year that I stopped reading comic books. So, but before that, it was fun. Well guys, this is it. I hope that you liked the video. See you later.